A blissful day to everyone. This is your teacher Joy, and today we're going to talk about the difference between a phrase and a clause. How do you identify them easily? Keep watching this video and I'm sure that you're going to have a clearer view on this topic. So welcome back to Joy Fernandez tutorial. So we are going to differentiate a phrase from a clause. I know that there's just some of you who are really hard up in the topic, so you are in the right channel. Ano nga ba ang clause? Ano nga ba ang phrase? So let's define. A clause contains a subject and a verb unit, and it does make sense on its own. But if we say phrase, it doesn't contain a subject and a verb unit, and it does not make sense on its own. So, let's see this pair of examples. The bird in the forest. The bird in the forest sings sweetly. Which of these is a phrase? Which of these is a clause? First question that you need to ask, is there a subject and a verb unit? Let's see. The bird in the forest. What is the subject? Bird. There is no verb, so this is a phrase. Next, the bird in the forest sings sweetly. What's the subject? The bird. Is there a verb? Yes, there is. Sings. Therefore, this is an example of a clause. Another question that you have to ask, does it make sense? So in the first example, the bird in the forest, does it make sense? Do you know what the bird is doing? Do you know what the bird is all about? No, it doesn't make sense. So that is a phrase. But in here, the bird in the forest sings sweetly. Do you know something about the bird? Do you know what it is doing? Yes, so that is a clause. Another way on how to identify if there is a phrase or a clause is that you change that into a question. And then you add, is it true that? Is it true that the bird in the forest? Can you answer that question? It doesn't make any sense. Therefore, if you cannot answer that question, that is a phrase. Here, is it true that the bird in the forest sings sweetly? Totoo ba na ang ibon sa kagubatan ay kumakanta ng buong giliw? Can you answer that question? Yes, it's answerable by yes or no. So that is a clause. Second pair is dancing under the rain. What's the subject? The subject is missing, right? Is there a verb? Yes. Is dancing. It's a verb phrase. Therefore, this is an example of a phrase. Next, Lydia is dancing under the rain. Subject, Lydia. Verb, we have a verb phrase. Is dancing. So this is a clause. Okay? Another way to determine, does it make sense? Is dancing under the rain. Who's dancing under the rain? No sense at all. So, phrase. Next, Lydia is dancing under the rain. Who is dancing? Lydia. It does have sense. Another way, turn it into a question. Is it true that is dancing under the rain? Can you answer that question? No. Phrase. Is it true that Lydia is dancing under the rain? Can you answer that? Yes. So that is a clause. Sometimes a clause starts with a conjunction. So it may be a subordinating or a coordinating conjunction. We're going to talk about that in my next video. But in here, but I have an appointment, there is a coordinating conjunction. Then, what's the subject? I. What's the verb? Have. So this is a clause. Have an appointment. Who has an appointment? You don't know. There is only the verb. Therefore, this is a phrase. Let's have a recap on how to identify if it's a phrase or a clause. First way, identify if there's a subject and verb unit. Next, ask the question, does it make sense? Third, change it into a question. Now, let me check how far you've understood the lesson today by answering this exercise. Number 1, has seen a ghost. Clause or phrase? That is a phrase. What's missing? Is there a subject? No subject. Is there a verb? Yes, verb phrase. So this is now a phrase. Next, we won. Clause or phrase? That is a clause. Why? Because there's a subject and there is also a verb. In my classes, sabi nila, pag maikli daw, phrase yon. Pag medyo mahaba, yun daw ay clause. But it's a mistake. You have to identify if it has a subject and a verb unit, no matter how short or how long it is. Number 3, that you received. Clause or phrase? That is a clause. So there is again a conjunction. This is a subordinating conjunction. Does it have a subject? Yes, it has. Does it have a verb? Yes, it's complete. Therefore, that is a clause. Number 4, a flying dog. Phrase or clause? That is a phrase. Why? What's missing? It's the verb because there is a subject. Oh, there's a verb here, flying, but it's still a part of the subject. And number 5, ran fast. Clause or phrase? That is a phrase. What's missing? The subject because we have the verb. Okay? So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching the video. Until next time, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet and hit the notification bell for more updates. Goodbye and God bless.